Okay. Do I want to play more? I'm not sure if we'll complete a whole other route, but I'll play again. And you know what? Since Draksketcher technically doesn't exist, we'll do Drak. Doesn't exist anymore. We'll just have him again. I hope Trixie's an option. That'd be nice. It was a long boat journey. My legs are a bit wobbly as I make my way to the wooden jetty to meet the security guard who has come to collect me. ID? I rummage around my bag until I find the laminated security pass I was issued with on the mainland. What? Okay, so the dates, it's like every 2 days. So the first one I think was 1/1/17, and then second one was 1/1/17. I don't know if I said that. Sorry. And then it was 1/3/17, and now it's 1/5/17. That doesn't really make sense, but we're gonna go with it. Unless they're trying to tell me it takes everything we've done, it's 2 days worth. But I don't think so. I think it's supposed to be like a whole summer or something. Come on then, follow me. I have to walk at quite a pace to keep up with him. He's not the social type, so we trek along in silence until we're encamping outside a large tent. He's waiting for you in there. Glad to have you on board, Drak. Shall we just go through a few formalities and then call it a day so that you can get some rest before you start work properly tomorrow? Sounds good to me, sir. So first, a little refreshment. I'll have a small whiskey. Sure, why not? I'll have a small whiskey. Jolly good. I can tell you and I are gonna get along famously. Takes a huge gulp from the bottle before passing it to me. I try not to show my consternation as surreptitiously wipe the neck with my sleeve before taking a reluctant sip. We spend the next hour going through my kit, typical stuff, apart from the super gadget. Wow. It even plays music. I meet some of the local cats, I learn how to scan them, and then I go to my tent. Whee, so much fun. While I'm unpacking, I find something very interesting under my bed. It's a personal journal of the previous research assistant, the one before me. As I read, I begin to discover that there's a lot more going on here than I was told about. It's hard to believe this stuff is true. Even the last researcher was prone to flights of fancy. Still, it makes for a great bedtime story material, and I stay up reading until my eyelids begin to close. Despite my best efforts to read to the end, I drifted to a deep sleep. I wake with a start. I can hear the rustling of paper, and it's a cat with a journal in its mouth. No, wait, come back. Chasing at full speed into the forest. I must get that book back. It has everything I need to know. And then, oh no, I'm in the danger zone. Oh, we all fall for this stupid trap. And it's all thanks to stupid Trixie always being like, hi, hello, time to catify the next one. And the next one. Let's go through the system, guys. I pass out. I remember we did this to chapter 3, and then we were like, nah, we're anti-hero. Oh, look. Oh, we get to see Elmac as a cat now. Oh, that's fun. Hello, can you hear me? Are you okay? Here we go again. Move back a bit. Let them breathe. Has it been bitten? The Sphinx cat is standing over me, staring as I open my eyes. Yes, definitely bitten. Look at its hand. And yep, there it is. The marks on my hands. Cat's watching me intently. Is this real? I saw something in the journal about kidnapping. Kidnapping, yeah, same joke. We're sorry. It was the only way. My head has begun to clear, and I said if I can talk to these cats, it's too late. You need to have a talk, human. No, we don't. I know what's going on. I've got the sickness, that's why I can hear you. Well done. You really did read it. Most of it, yes. So, I wasn't entirely wasting my time. Hang on. You? Are you? You figure it out. It's not my problem anymore. I love how all their previous assistants, when they become a cat, they're just like, I'm done. Bye. Various cats slinks off toward the forest area. Oh, don't worry about them. They're preoccupied elsewhere. Sorry, gonna help us or not? Yeah, why not? Well, of course I am. Need my help, and I need yours if I'm going to find the antidote. Or an antidote. Spoken like a true champion. Well, let's hope it's third time lucky. I thought the last one got pretty lucky, actually. Unfortunately, last one didn't get very far with discovering what happened to our friends. They didn't make an antidote either. They didn't make an antidote either. I think, with our notes to build on, I'm gonna crack this. Well, I promise to give it my best shot at least. Hurrah! Respect. Jolly good show. My catalog starts beeping. But right now, I have to get to work. I love how they gradually like speed it along, like, alright, it's your third time through. Go ahead, let's give you the sped version. I'm just about to enter the lab to begin my legitimate work when it beeps. A message without contact. Loose lips sinks ships, I think it was. I remember reading something about messages in the journal. I was so sleepy last night. I don't recall what it was. Decided to ignore the mystery messenger for now, or I'll be late for work. The professor's already working when I arrive, but I'm not late, so there's no fuss. I get through the day as efficiently as possible and head back to my tent, blah, blah, blah. Straight to work. Straight to work. Okay. Wait, I do want to see, though. Yay! Trixie's an option now! Yay! I don't feel like redoing Floofy Butts. I'm still a little traumatized from my death last time. Especially since we're playing Drak again. So, let's see. Do we have a research we can do? We do. Professor assigned me to work on a special subject. Wonder what he means by that. Oh, I think this one's new. Let's do it. I hope it's new. It should be new, because the third chapter, we didn't help the cats, and it just sped us to the end where we turned into a cat. Drak, I have a very important job for you today. It's quite a tricky one, but you've proven yourself to be capable. I'm certain you can handle it. Follow me. I have a little lady that I'd like you to meet. The professor leads me to the research lab in the forest, but instead of going in, he takes me to an area around the back. This is our brave little nugget, Ravenpaw. She has to be isolated over here. Don't you, Missy? For some reason, sorry, I'm getting tired. I'm probably gonna end the stream in like 20 minutes just because my throat reading these like visual novels. Like I can maybe do about 2 hours of reading max before I'm like, I can't. The professor reaches into the cage, which is stood on a table, and picks up the tiny black cat that's sleeping inside. Aww. Oh, it has the multicolor. Such a good girl, aren't you? We keep her here, away from the others, because the poor thing is very unwell. Can you see this nasty rash? Professor Popper holds out one of the cat's paws for me to inspect. It's red and swollen. Ravenpaw looks at me with her big, watery eyes, one blue, one brown. They're probably watering because of the medication she's on. It makes her look as if she's pleading with me. She doesn't seem to be able to eat without assistance either. Poor thing. We've been treating her as best as we can, but I'm not sure if she'll make it. Perhaps not even to the end of the week. The professor lets out a sad sigh. I have my fingers crossed, though. We don't give up on any of these cats. Do we, Ravenpaw? No, we don't. We're gonna try and get you all better. She's such a pretty cat. Her eyes are... Why? He looks kind of love-drunk there. Enchanting, aren't they? She's a very pretty cat indeed. And she knows it, too. You can tell. You know what a pretty thing you are, don't you? I reach out to stroke Ravenpaw, but she struggles away from my hand. She's getting cranky. I think we've kept Grumpy Pants here awake for too long enough. He puts her gently back into the cage and locks it shut. Ravenpaw seems to fall asleep instantly. I hope I didn't distress her. Of course not, Drak. She's usually very wary of humans before she gets to know them. When I first found the poor thing on the beach, she almost scratched my eyes out, in spite of the terribly fragile state she was in. The professor smiles at the memory. Such a little trooper. She was half dead at first. She's gotten a lot better since then. Honestly, wouldn't be surprised to see her pull through this. I hope so, Professor. Quite. Now, the reason I've brought you here is because, regrettably, I won't be able to see to Ravenpaw personally any longer. It's a pity as she's she is so used to me now, but there's nothing for it. I have been given an extra workload recently, and I need to share out a few of my odd jobs to accommodate it. I thought you'd be the ideal person to look after Ravenpaw for me. I'm taken aback that the professor is trusting me with such responsibility. It's quite flattering, until I remember that he doesn't have much choice, me being the only assistant on the island. Every day, she requires a change of dressing, a dose of medication, some cream rubbed into her rashes, and a syringe full of some nutrient milk. This can be quite distressing for her, so I like someone with a nice and patient manner to take over from me. Would you be interested, Drak? Of course, sir. I'd love to help out in any way I can. That's what I'm here for. Oh, splendid. I am so glad. I think you and Ravenpaw will get along famously before too long. She has such a sweet nature. I look forward to it, sir. Could you start now? Oh, of course. Tip-top. I shall be in the lab if you need me for anything. Please don't be afraid to give me a shout. I am terribly sorry to burden you with this so suddenly, but I have such a lot of work to do right now. Okay, Professor. I feel a little apprehensive as I watch Professor Popper retreat into the lab. I didn't realize I'd be expected to do everything right now, without training or anything. I remind myself that this isn't like an ordinary lab back home. I must try to adapt to the higgledy-piggledy way things are done here. I take a deep breath. Change her dressing. I can do that. Hello, pretty kitty. I'm very sorry, but I have to disturb you. Small cat lets out a sad mew as I lift her out of the cage. Aw, I know. Life is unfair. Now, where are your dressings? I put Ravenpaw next to the cage on the table. She lays down compliantly. She absolutely knows the routine. She has a large bandage on the side of her ribs. I begin to gently remove it, trying hard not to pull on her skin too much. Well, I suppose if we're going to be doing this every day, we might as well get to know each other, right? So... Hello, my name is Drak, and I'm quite new here. I know your name already, Ravenpaw. Nice name. I bet the professor named you. He certainly knows how to pick them, doesn't he? The cat tends to remove the last of the plaster and reveal a scar on a patch of bare skin. The professor has shaved her for surgery. Oh dear, the scar looks very tender. I should clean it. Is that right, Ravenpaw? Let me look. There are some drawers under the table, and I quickly find some antiseptic gel and cotton pads. Now, Ravenpaw, I'm going to level with you. This is going to sting a bit, but please don't take it out on me. I'm doing this for your own good, okay? Trust me, you do not want the scar to become infected. That would be disastrous. The cat stays perfectly still while I wipe at her scar. She doesn't even make a sound. I have to say, I'm impressed. And a little disquieted. Wow, you are a brave girl, aren't you? Well done. When I was a child, I cut my arm on some thorns and had to have antiseptic put on it. As I remember, I screamed the house down. I carefully put on a clean bandage. Hold on. Okay. I carefully put on a clean bandage, trying hard not to stick it to her fur. I suppose the medication comes next, doesn't it? What do we have here? I look through the drawers and find a box of pre-filled syringes labeled catatonic. Oh, I presumed you'd be taking tablets. But of course, the professor said you have trouble with solids, don't you? Poor thing. Okay, same thing as last time. Don't shoot the injector. I hold the skin on the back of Ravenpaw's neck tight and go to inject it quickly to get it over with. But the syringe is stiff, and it takes a lot longer than I'd expected. Again, the little cat makes no response. Doesn't move a muscle, almost as if she can't feel it. Good girl. Gosh, you are so tough. You know, I bet you and McMurphy would get on like a house on fire. Ravenpaw's ears pricked up as if she's heard a rattlesnake. McMurphy is one of the coolest people. I mean, I was a little wary at first, but he has that Irish charm that's so hard to resist. The tiny cat's head spins to look up at me. How do you know he's Irish? My heart lurches into my throat. Have you got it? You have, haven't you? You're sick. You've got the sickness. I have a million questions running through my head, but I am unable to speak. Listen to me, human. You must help me. I suddenly jolt to my senses. I am. I'm trying to help you, Ravenpaw. Please, don't use the cream on me. It burns. It has given me these red patches. I know it hurts, but I have to rub it into your wounds. Those red patches will get dry and itchy and even infected otherwise. No, please, I beg you, human. That stuff doesn't help. It doesn't. It hurts. I know it feels that way, but it's helping you. I promise. Professor has been caring for you so thoroughly since he found you. I get the sack if your treatment went downhill now. That man has only ever hurt me. Oh. I'm taken aback. Professor cares for you very much and only wants you to get better. The cat turns her face away, as if she's given up hope. It pulls at my heartstrings, and I pause for a moment. I mean, I like the professor, but part of me doesn't trust him. So I'm just gonna go ahead and stop it. Okay, I'm taking a big leap here. I'm gonna give you 5 days without this cream, and if I see any deterioration in your condition, it's back to a strict regimen for you, Missy, and no complaints. Deal? Thank you, human. Whoa, achievement unlocked. Secret desires. What? Okay. Wait, didn't McMurphy mention a eye-colored cat? And I think he was like in love with her at one point. Wild. Okay, so we have 2. We have 6. Important fragrant pink letters ain't mentioned. There's been a shipment of supplies delivered and I have to get it all unloaded. You know what? Let's do a date first. Trixie! I can hear a strange tapping sound, and it grinds on my brain until finally I have to go investigate. I've been tagging cats all morning, and the sun is high in the clear blue sky now, so it's time to take my break anyway. I decide to follow the sound. I make my way further along the beach to inspect the rocks and cliffs that run around the perimeter of the island. It's hard to tell if it's getting louder or if I'm just getting more consumed by it. Suddenly the tapping stops, and I hear a new sound altogether. It's a strange gurgling, like the sounds of the babbling brook that runs through the deep forest, but I wouldn't be able to hear that all the way from the beach. I stand still and strain my ears, listening intently. There it is again, a short eruption of burbles. I look around suspiciously and notice a barely concealed opening in the contours of the rock face. I feel compelled towards it. As I get closer, the gurgling shapes into gleeful giggles. Hello? I wait at the mouth of the cave, feeling like I've been lured here, but at the same time, like an intruder. Am I disturbing you? Human! Oh, Trixie, it's you. What are you doing here? I can hear from all the way up the beach. You're a long way off base. I could ask you the same thing, Human, but I won't because I know why you're here. You were drawn to me. I knew you would come sooner or later. I made it nice for your visit. Oh, well, come on in, Humi. As she's disappeared into the darkness of the cave. Oh, and she's disappeared into the darkness of the cave. My bad. Ooh, she really does the shiny rainbowy rocks, doesn't she? I squeeze myself in after her, and as my eyes adjust to the gloom, I am, at the same time, taken aback by the light. We're in a small cavern which should be pitch black, except it's not. There's a light source that my brain can't quite understand immediately. The rocks, or at least some of them, are radiating with a warm, golden pink glow, which gives the tiny cave a peculiar ambience. Almost like a trashy nightclub. Drac, how do you know what trashy nightclubs are like? Take a piece of space and make yourself at home, Humi. I sit where I've been standing, and there's not much room here. I start to take in my surroundings. Wow, Trixie, this is fantastic. All around us are different types of rocks, stones, and crystals, all different colors, sizes, and shapes. There are piles of the stuff in every nook and cranny, like a little Aladdin's cave. What exactly is this place, Trix? It's my pad. It's where I do my thing. We all need our thing, don't we? Yes, I suppose, but what exactly is your thing? Minerals! I collect them. It's more than just collecting them, though. I embrace them. You hug them? Trixie giggles. Yes, I do! But that's not what I meant. I connect with them and allow their properties to become a part of me. We combine our energies. I'm not sure I quite understand. Look, it's easier if I show you. The small cat begins nudging and pawing at some of the stones until she has lined them up in front of me. Ooh, those are all cool. Here's my island family. Meet the Grand Dame. She indicates a long, slender, pink stone, quite smooth and elegant. Feel her! I run my fingers over the shiny, cold surface. Remind you of anyone? I was just thinking of Snooty Booty, actually. A smile breaks over my face, and Trixie begins to giggle. Yep, you got it. Only don't ever tell Snooty that I'm calling her Grandma. Here, how about this guy? I'm presented with a large, squat chunk of rock, semi-covered with a kind of moss that gives it the appearance of having fur. As I turn it, the light picks up the color, and I can see a warm, rich, amber tone, almost like marmalade. Fluffy butt? It makes me laugh out loud. That really is uncanny. The major in rock form. Mineral, actually. But yes, Gramps has all the qualities to lead my little family. I've already moved on to the next stone. The resemblance is striking. It's a dirty green stone that fits very comfortably into the palm of my hand. It hasn't been polished like Snooty Booty, so it's a bit murky looking, but there are small patches that have been rubbed clean from handling. They are breathtaking emerald, catching the light so that the green sparkles, refracting and dancing around the cave. I'm gonna guess McMurphy. It's beautiful. Yeah, naughty Uncle McMurphy can be like that, don't you find? Oh, he certainly can. His charm is very beguiling. So, who's missing? No one. What about Kibbles? Take a closer look, Humi. I strain my eyes in the gloomy light and see a flat, jagged piece of stone next to Floofy Butt, and then I get it. It's a pebble! He is a pebble. We both laugh. It really does seem to capture Kibbles, but it's hard to say why. It's the energy. Everything has energy, and we're all connected by it. Allow me to demonstrate. Take my plop. Oh my gosh. Take my paw and close your eyes. I do as instructed and hold the tiny paw in my hand. Being as gentle as possible because my fingers suddenly seem fat and clumsy by comparison. What do you feel? Hold on. I need a break with my throat. She's warm and fragile. I almost feel like giggling. Oh gosh, you look very weird. Bit tipsy, really. Okay, now keep your eyes closed and hold my other paw in your other hand. When I have both of her paws, the feeling is intensified. I begin giggling out loud despite myself, and I'm overcome with a delicious feeling of joy. Open your eyes. I look down and see that I am only holding one of Trixie's paws. The other hand is a small, clear crystal, completely smooth. Oh, wow. But how? It felt just like your paw, warm and furry. I know! Trixie is laughing. You were feeling the energy. This is me. Trixie indicates the crystal. Oh my goodness, Trix. This is so cool. Thank you for letting me meet you all. I notice her face change. She looks as though she's been hurt. Oh, Trixie, what is it? Are you okay? This isn't all of us. What? There's someone else in my island family, but we don't talk about her anymore. Oh? She was the coolest sister ever, but she's not with us anymore. Oh, Trix. Did she pass away? No such luck. Just being kept alive. Trixie nudges a small black piece of stone towards me. Raven paw! I pick it up and look at it closely. There's thousands of specks of glitter running through it, giving it an iridescence. It looks like the night sky. I close my eyes instinctively and am immediately overwhelmed by the most intense sadness and despair. It feels as though all the pain in the world is captured in this little black gem. Gosh, Trixie, what on earth happened to her? I can't say. Not yet, anyway. She's taken the stone and hidden it before I even realize it's gone. And suddenly, her mood has changed completely again. We need to get you one now, Humi. You should be mineralized, don't you think? I would be honored, Miss Trixie. You're really quite open for a scientist. It's actually a requirement that, in order to be a good scientist, you remain open-minded. Let me read your tarot. I'm a bit thrown. That came out of nowhere. I don't know about that. Not as open-minded as you like to think that. That's not fair. I just wasn't expecting it. Come on then, yes or no? I want to know everything! Okay, why not? I played tarot once in uni. It was great fun. Oh, Humi, tarot isn't a game. Of course not. Go on then. Tell me who I'm going to marry. Trixie looks out a small snicker. I don't know why, but I'm starting to feel a bit nervous. The calico cat produces a pack of cards with an intricate pattern on the back. Wow, that's a cool deck. Where'd you get it? McMurphy got it for me. He won't tell me where from. He finds the coolest things. Trixie places the pack of cards on the floor, begins waving her paws over it, and lets out a strange yowling sound. Finally, she stops and fans the cards out in front of me. Okay, your turn. Close your eyes and slowly run your hands over the cards until you feel drawn to one. Touch it lightly. Repeat until you've chosen 3 cards. I self-consciously do as I'm told, relieved that I'm not expected to make yowling noises too. I touch 3 cards, and I open my eyes. Trixie is holding them in her paw, looking thoughtful. Very interesting. Your past is the Fool. Ah! The Lovers is your present position. How scandalous. And you have Justice in your future, but you will be handing it out. Or receiving it? Very interesting. Is that good interesting or bad interesting? There's no such thing as good and bad, really. It's all just information to help you, if you choose to listen to it. Okay, I'm all ears. Are you going to tell me that I'm a bit of a fool who falls in love and gets my just desserts? I notice that Trixie has become quiet and thoughtful. She studies the 3 cards. Feels like an age before she speaks. The position of this card represents your past, everything that's led you to your current situation. The Fool is all about innocence and spontaneity? It's the first card in the major arcana and signifies beginnings. The Fool portends important decisions ahead which may not be easy to make and involve an element of risk for you. It's a powerful card, not to be underestimated. The next position is your current situation. The Lovers can be a misleading card because it is just being all about romance, but actually it's far more about making difficult choices. It warns that you need to consider things very carefully, because although a positive outcome is more indicated when this card is present, it also reminds us that pain is seldom avoidable. Finally, we have your outcome card, Justice. This augurs well for you, human, and it's the most karmic of the tarot cards. If you behave with integrity, loyalty, and courage, you will achieve fantastic results and gain the highest possible successes. Beware, though, that the sword cuts on both sides of the blade. If you sow the seeds of discord, you will reap disharmony in your life. There's a longish pause, and I realize she's finished my reading. Thank you. That was fantastic. You're really good. What did it mean? Oh, really, Humi? What did I say about listening? I heard every word. I just don't know what it means. Drak, come on. Then go away and think about it. I will. I'll try. Just remember that it's all about interpretation. And listening? Interpreting the cards is listening. You need to listen to your inner voice, and the cards will help you hear it. I have much to learn, and I am happy to teach you, Humi. She is beaming and glowing in the strange half-light of her magical cave. The effect is quite hypnotic. Well, I shall look forward to that. But right now, I have a date with the microscope. Soon, Humi. Soon. I make my way out of the bright sunshine. Oh, sorry. Make my way out into the bright sunshine and take a deep breath. I'm not sure what all that was about, but I think I rather liked it. Alright, that's like a good place to stop for now.